Hey, hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this Azure DevOps tutorial series, today let's discuss about what are jobs in Azure Pipeline. Now, before jumping into the actual topic, now if you are new to my channel, I would suggest you to please subscribe and follow my channel. And in addition to that, if you feel that my channel is very useful and the entire series in Azure DevOps is very useful, you can buy me a super thanks. Now, if you are not sure what super thanks is, you can go to any of my video, and on the right we have three dots. Here we have something called thanks. If you select that, now you can add a bonus amount here. Like if you think it is really useful and if you want to motivate me, you can add a bonus here by dragging the icon here. As a bonus, you can view the comment in public, not at the top. I can pin it at the top, and I can thank you. All right. So now let's jump into the actual topic. All right. So what are jobs in Azure Pipeline? So as the name suggests, a job is something which will execute or run your program. All right. So if I have to put it in a layman term, it is like a series of tasks that you can run. All right. So in our previous video, we discussed about task, right? So the next step in the pipeline hierarchy after the task is the job. All right. So every pipeline has at least one job. All right. So every pipeline has at least one job. A job is a series of steps that run sequentially as a unit. It will run all the steps sequentially. All right. Let's see an example so that you will have a very clear understanding. Right? In other words, a job is the smallest unit of work that can be scheduled to run. A job may or may not be dependent on other jobs. This is a key concept to understand as it easily allows you to run jobs in parallel. All right. So a job, it can be independent and cannot be independent too, but it depends on the situation that you are put in. All right. And we also have an option to run the jobs in parallel. But for now, I would suggest you to do not worry very much. Like, do not dig in deeper to understand what jobs are and how to run this in parallel. Just try to understand the overall concept of what jobs are and where it will be useful. That should be more than enough for you to understand this video. All right. And this is achieved by the job being dispatched to an agent. Agent is something, you can imagine it as like a virtual machine, okay, which will actually run all the tasks, which in turn will run your jobs. All right. Let's see a few examples to understand what job is. Okay, let me go to my Azure DevOps site, and here I have a classic pipeline and then YAML pipeline. Now let me go to this pipeline. If I edit it, you can see I have a basic step. All right, I do not have much information, so I'll just run and show you. So once I started running, you can see under jobs category, right? So if I go to pipeline and navigate it again, go to my pipeline again, you can see it is under runs. You have something called jobs. Okay, under jobs you have a name called job. This is something created by default. Now it ran successfully, right? So as the job is like a series of steps or series of tasks. All right. So these are our tasks, right? Like command line, post job checkout. So these are our tasks. Our intention is to understand what a job is, right? A job is like a series of steps that will be executing. Okay. So these are the things that is happening internally. So if you look at here, like a job, you can see the job summary here. We have a pool as Azure Pipeline, images Ubuntu latest, agent is hosted agent, and you can see all the steps. Like when that's an initialized job step, this is like an internal step where you can see what and all happening on the backend. Okay, and these are our actual steps, the ones that is in green tick, right? So these are our actual steps with regards to the task that you have specified in your YAML pipeline. And finally, you have finalized jobs and report build status for commit. Okay, these and all are something inbuilt, so you do not want to worry anything about. So why I wanted to show you this is like a job was created by default. You do not have much information here, but still a job was created. So every pipeline has at least one job. But in real time, when working with YAML pipeline, right? So you will definitely use a jobs parameter. Okay, with help of jobs parameter only you can provide additional information. Without that, you cannot provide additional information. Let's add that parameter. We have something called jobs and hyphen job hyphen job. You can give any name. Okay, let me call it as job 1. So you can have it as job 1, and you can provide any additional parameter, something like there is a parameter called timeout in minutes. Timeout in minutes. Say if it does not, if the job is running more than 20 minutes, and if it is kind of running long and active, and if you want a timeout, then you have an option to timeout as well. Okay, so this is an additional information, and that should be it. And we have steps, even script, right? So this should be enough, I guess. Now let me try to run this. Steps should be, yeah. So now let me save this and commit directly to the branch. Let me run this again. You can see now my job started running. The job name is job 1, right? So I have specified a name of my choice. Like you can provide that information under the job parameter. All right, so now my job is running. Let's wait for a moment. If I go into, yeah, my job 1 is run successfully. Like you can see my job name here. Under that I have the similar steps, right? So you can do this by specifying a job parameter as well. Okay, so this will be very much useful. I showed you a very basic parameter like timeout and adding a job name and all, right? So this way you can customize your job, right? This way you can add your jobs in your YAML pipeline. Not only single jobs, like what we saw here is just a single job, right? But we have an option to add multiple job as well. Like say for example, you can do something like this. Say I can create another job as well. Like let's say job 2 and pipeline 2. Okay, so if I run this, save this. Now let me run this. Now you can see by default it created 2 jobs because I have created job 1 and job 2, right? So here my jobs will run sequentially. Now it is queued. First my job 1 will run. Once that is completed, job 2 will run. Okay, this way you can add multiple jobs in your YAML pipeline too. Okay, so that's a very great feature. It's not like you can run only one job or something like that. You can specify multiple job options here and run it accordingly in your YAML pipeline. All right, so this is another thing I just want to show you to understand with regards to how to run multiple jobs in YAML pipeline. Earlier we saw how to run a single job. Now we are seeing multiple jobs. Okay, now my job 1 ran successfully and my job 2 is queued. It will take few seconds to run. Right? Yes. Now my both the jobs has run successfully. Now you can go into where job runs, detailed run page. Here you can see 2 jobs like job 1 and its steps, and we have something called job 2 and its steps. All right. So this this is what I want to touch upon regarding running multiple jobs in Azure Pipeline. All right. And finally, we have something called, there are 2 types of jobs, like there are three types of jobs in each pipeline. Like in YAML pipeline, we have agent pool jobs, we have server jobs, we have container jobs. Okay, so agent pool jobs means it runs on an agent in an agent pool, whereas server jobs run on Azure DevOps server. Okay, and container jobs runs on a container on an agent in agent pool. Okay, so do not worry, let's see all these types in detail in our upcoming videos. But for now, have a hint about what these job types are. Okay, again in classic pipeline, we have a similar thing only. We have agent pool jobs, we have server jobs, and we have something called deployment group jobs. Okay, we runs on a virtual machine in a deployment group. So these jobs are only available in release pipeline. Okay, release pipelines are a topic which we have not touched upon. So we will see those in our upcoming videos. All right, so and we have a classic pipeline also, right? So I forgot to show that. So if you go to my classic pipeline and go to in edit mode, you can see I have a job here, right? So job one, agent job one, it runs on an agent. Okay, there are two types of job. Like one is an agent job, one is agentless job in classic pipeline. You can run it with the help of agent, and you can run it without help of agent. Okay, so you can see if you want to add a task to a job, you can add it here. Like you can, if you want to add a .NET Core, you can add it here. We saw a glance about this in our task video. Similarly, if you want to add multiple jobs also, you have an option to add it in your classic pipeline too. But yeah, again, YAML is the most popular one, so I would suggest you to do a hands-on about how to run multiple jobs or how to run a jobs in YAML pipeline when compared to classic pipeline. All right, so again you can once you add all these things, you can run your pipeline to run it here. You can see here agent pool is selected by default, and we have the Windows latest specification as well. It's an agent specification. So if you are running an agentless job, then this option will not be available. You can see now it is running an agent job one. You will have similar kind of steps whatever we saw in our YAML pipeline, right? So we will have similar kind of detailed steps here as well, but only difference is it is running on an agent here. All right, so this is how you can run or view job details in a classic pipeline. Let's wait for a moment for this job to complete. Yes, as simple as that. All right, so yeah, that's all what I want to cover as part of this video, guys. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, please subscribe and follow my channel. Thank you.